But let's go up to Piscataway, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Greg Schiano. So this is his 8th season at Rutgers, but it's his second stint. So the second stint began in 2020, so I guess he's in year 6, really, of this tenure. Rutgers was a team that could score some points last year, and I think we all have this tendency to think of Rutgers as just kind of a team that'll go 1-11, 0-12, kind of a easy pushover. Schiano is kind of made them a little bit more competitive than that. That being said, they're still projected to be towards the bottom of the league. Their over-under this year is 4.5. They've got some pieces coming back that are encouraging, but probably going to be another tough year up in New Jersey, don't you think, Ryan?
I do. I am a big fan of Greg Schiano eventually turning the program around. And I think this year actually might be a little better than people are thinking. I like the over 4.5 wins. They have a really, really good running back, Antwan Raymond. I think they're going to pound the rock a lot, get him the ball. I see some winnable games on their schedule. Is Rutgers going to be great this year? I don't think so. But I actually think that they can get into that 5 to 7 win range and be bowl eligible.
Yeah, Marsh, I know you've long been very passionate about the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. What do you got on them for the 2026 season?
Yeah, the last time I gave a shit about Rutgers was when Kenny Britt got drafted to the Titans back in, I don't know, 2016 or something like that. Did not pan out, to say the least. So, I mean, listen, if you're going to go up there and live in some BFE town in New Jersey, my wife has family there. They'll probably listen to this and give me some shit, but good luck, buddy. I mean, I don't know how you spend 8 years there thinking that Rutgers is the place for you, but he's done a decent job with some of the talent there. Like Ryan touched on Antwan Raymond, KJ Duff, the two guys that have legitimate star power. And I look at their schedule too, and they get UMass week 1, beat Boston College week 2. I think they've got another G5 school on the calendar. And then the biggest team they play is Michigan and Indiana and USC. So, I mean, not a bad draw, not a great draw either. But for as many of these middle of the pack teams as we've talked about, or even bottom of the pack teams in the Big Ten, like these 4.5 win totals with the experienced coaches, I tend to lean more toward the over, especially with a Rutgers team that has and Antwan Raymond and KJ Duff that are preseason All-Americans. So I think they have potential. Like Ryan said, anywhere from 5 to 7 wins sounds about right. But the over 4.5, I think, is pretty juicy.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to win 2 in-conference games, right? I think looking at their schedule, they should go 3-0 with home games against UMass and Howard, it looks like, the Howard Bison, and then an away game against Boston College. That's kind of their out-of-conference slate. They do play Michigan State at home. They play Northwestern on the road. They play Maryland on the road. But those are probably, you got to get 2 out of those 3 to hit that over 4.5, I think, because outside of that, Wisconsin, I guess, could be winnable later in the year. But you got Nebraska, you got Penn State, you got Michigan, Indiana, USC. So not an easy schedule for a team like Rutgers, but like Ryan said, they've got a stud receiver, they've got a stud running back. They're bringing a quarterback from Boston College who has some starting experience at the Power 4 level. So I tend to agree with you, Marsh. I think that Schiano and some of the star power that they have, if they get a little bit of improvement on their defense, I think they could hit that over and get to 5 wins, maybe 6.